Yo, what is up, everybody? Here we are once again, back with another draft video. What do we got going on in this pack? So, we got a Kamano, which is very appealing to my sensibilities. We've also got a Ryu, we've got a high-speed hover bike, Assassin's Ink, spinning wheel kick, song shaper. There's actually like quite a few cards here that are reasonable. So I think I'm just going to take the Kamano here with the thought that I think there's a good chance that song shaper wheels, maybe even Ryu if we're lucky. If this is a really weird pod, maybe hoverbike wheels. I like hoverbike quite a lot. Kind of like a lot of the artifacts in this set. I kind of see it as a red card, but you know, it's good ninjas too. So I think my thought here with this pick is we take Kamano, which is the strongest red card, and we wheel a quote unquote red card most likely. So let's take that and see where we go. It just never stops. The soul transfers on the YouTube videos just never stops. Okay, so, I mean, I'm going to take this here, I think. Let's think about this pack first. I'm not positive. I'm laughing, by the way, if you haven't watched the other YouTube videos, because every single YouTube draft video I do, this card, I either open it or I get past it. It's a curse and a blessing at this point. So, I think that the best cards in this pack are Soul Transfer, Imperial Oath, and nothing else really comes close, right? Imperial Oath doesn't really go with Kamano faces Kakazan. Soul Transfer goes a little bit better with it, just as a cheaper card, and a card that, I'm happy in red-black. Red-white, I mean, maybe with that Ryu wheels, right? But even still, like, I think I would like to take a card that goes with Kamano rather than a card that doesn't. I could take Song Shaper too, but that's kind of more like, I want to take this in the wheel once I feel that red is kind of open. What did somebody take? Somebody took an uncommon. Unclear what it is, I guess. Okay, we're going to take Soul Transfer and we're going to see where that goes from there. And it goes to, So, best card here now is Imperial Oath. I think I'm just going to take that. Similar to Song Shaper, Simian Sling is the kind of card that I do want to try to see if I can wheel it. Now, it's tricky. So often I use these like medium red cards, the Song Shapers, the Simian Slings, kind of like as a litmus test to figure out if red is actually open. Because, you can have a really good red deck if it's open, but it does need to be open. So I often want to try to float these cards. Now, if I had taken, like, red card into red card, I might just take the Simian Sling and just, keep on my red path. But I think that Imperial Oath is enough better in the decks that goes in than Simian Sling. I'm just going to slam the Oath here. We'd also be like a black-white mid-range deck. We're kind of just feeling out the draft so far. So I'll just take the Oath and see how that goes. Okay. So we've got now a Terrarium, a Blossoming Sands, a Sokenzin, which is pretty sweet, a Sorry Captain, which I think even when you're Samurais, you don't really want this card, honestly. Some, like, medium red cards here. So I think really it's between like Sokenzin, Terrarium, and Land. Terrarium would be the card I would take that best goes with Oath, and actually Soul Transfer too. That's kind of interesting. So the idea here is that, Oath is a very splashable card. It goes in decks that, often when you're playing Oath, you want to be splashing. You're in kind of like a mid-rangey late game deck. So Terrarium is just like a fine pickup. But also with Soul Transfer, it's kind of interesting because this is just an artifact that sits in the battlefield and lets you, not have to worry about your Virus Beetle trading off or getting killed or, some other artifact. I actually think I'm going to take this here. It definitely doesn't go with the Kamano, but it does go with the other two cards. And so Kenzin's a fine card, but one I want to take a little bit later off, and it's not like a big pull in the red. All right, well, Smelter and Experimental Synthesizer are big pulls in the red, so we're going to take these here. I think a Smelter is a little bit more important than Synthesizer. Very, very close, but I tend to take the uncommon over the common. I don't think I would fault anybody for the others, but I could also take the season and go down this like splish splashy path. I think that's totally reasonable too. But I'm gonna take the Smelter, and once we get to that wheel, we figure out if that Song Shape or that Sling wield. That's when we can decide where we go. Maybe we go further down this red path. Maybe we go down this mid-rangey controlling path. But I'm not sure right now. We're just gonna take the best cards. All right, now we get to a pack with just a kunai. There's a boar. Boar's okay too. I think I might just take, this is another early artifact, where boar is like kind of a later artifact, so like you can't really count that if you're counting that for your Soul Transfer. I think I'm going to take boar with the thought that maybe we get a little bit deeper into red. I like both of these cards in my red decks, and maybe kunai is the better one if the synthesizer wheels. You don't really want to have too many synthesizers and boars in the same deck, so yeah, I guess since this kind of is just like the more open pick, goes with the Soul Transfer and also goes with these, I'll just take that kunai. Okay, so this isn't quite the wheel, but we do get a pretty late Song Shaper. There's also an Emperor Keeper, which is a worse 2-drop, but a fine one all the same. Also a Leech Gauntlet and a Mukotai Ambusher. Those are kind of interesting notes here, pick 7. Like, that's late-ish for these cards, but I'll just take the Song Shaper so you can get deeper into red now. Ooh, this is interesting. So I actually really like the Shattered States era these days. It's kind of funny. This is a card that if I was just looking at the 17 land stats last night on this card, and in black-red, and if you filter about the past 2 weeks or so, this is actually the top performing common. Now, there's some biases in there where, you know, people are only going to play this card when it's good for them, when they have sacrifice outlets and stuff, but just, you know, speaks to the power of this card. I do think I'm just going to take this Searchlight Companion. I think it's a little more flexible with either being in the red deck or being in this black-white deck or black-red, whatever it is. And plus, you can just kind of get this card whenever you want, which is kind of nice. So we'll just take this. Also, a Network Disruptor here, but, you know. Okay, so here's our wheel pack, and this is interesting because this was a pack with quite a few good cards in it, and none of them really came back. That tells me that we're at a pod where people kind of know what they're doing, and you know, people are evaluating cards the same way I would. So we're not going to get any handouts really. Here is the way that I'm looking at this. I think I'm just going to take the Golden Tail Disciple as the best card. Even in my red deck, I don't really want to play this card, and we'll see. You know, maybe we are moving to some sort of mid-range deck. I can see a world where I play the Disciple. I don't think there's a world where I play the Kami, and I'm happy with it. Now we take the Steelbreaker. Yeah, sorry. It's like I was saying. It's important to note what, you know, how you think the pod is behaving, because that tells you what you can expect to wheel in future packs, right? If some, you know, the pod's wildly underrating some cards, right? You're like, okay, well, you know, I'm wheeling synthesizers, experienced synthesizers. You don't need to prioritize synthesizer earlier in the pack. You can be like, I know the pod's going to wheel it. In this kind of pod, it seems like people are valuing things about how I would, so that really changes how I'm drafting here. All right, we do pick up a Clawing Torment. That's actually kind of nice. And Gifted Wrath is also a card I don't actually mind at the top end of my aggressive red deck, so we'll take that. Take a Shrine Steward here. And last pick, Peerless Samurai. Okay, so here we are, pack 2. Still kind of feeling things out. None of those red cards wheeled, or at least few of the red cards wheeled, right? That's what I was on feeling out with the, see the Song Shaper wheeled, see if the Sling wheeled, and they didn't come back around. So where I go with this draft, I think, is kind of up in the air currently. I'm going to take the Ranker Bankbuster, because that card's great, and we're very happy to open it. But as far as, you know, past that, we're still at the stage where I think we want to feel the draft out. I kind of noted earlier, this is a pod where I think people know what they're doing. And so when people know what they are doing and are going to send you kind of more clear signals, you can kind of feel the draft out a little bit longer than you might normally, because it's more likely to get paid out later, right? Okay, we're going to take this Life of Shiro, right? Like in a pod where people are kind of just like, I'm just kind of taking cards. Maybe they don't value cards the same way you do. It's kind of, there's a lot of entropy in where you might end up, right? But I think in this pod, it's going to behoove us to kind of stay open, keep our options open, and we're just happy to take this life here. So this is kind of nice. All right, we've got to take another Terrarium. That's something I could do. Like, I could see ourselves ending up in this weird, like, Mardu-ish deck, splashing Imperial Oath. Yeah, I don't think that's wild. It's a little bit strange, but I don't think it's impossible. Let's put this over here. We've got a Aura to get with our Shrine Steward, kind of. The thing about this pack is there's just, like, not a lot I really want. Like, these are okay white cards, but I'm not that into, you know, I'm not going to take a white card here, I don't think. Then again, what am I taking? Terrarium? I could take land for some weird 4-color deck or 3-color deck where I end up picking up a green card, but I guess maybe I just take the Era, and maybe we're, like, a strange red-white mid-range deck. All right, here I'm just going to take the Imperial Oath. There's some ninja cards here, and there were some ninja cards kind of trickling through in pack 1, but I think it's a little bit too late for that potentially. I mean, we could, like, take this Silver Fur and, like, try to be blue-black, hope blue cards come around later, but I'm just going to take this Oath because it's so flexible. Ooh, okay, this is pretty interesting. So we've got Invoke Despair, which is a really good card, if not hard to cast. What if we just move more into, like, black-white? And then I really appreciate the fact that I picked up this Era of Enlightenment. So then we're, like, black-white, playing Invoke, which I think is enough better than Assassin's Ink to take it here, even though the mana is a little bit tough. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. I think we're going to do that here. Let's go a little bit deep. All right, Lethal Exploit's a fine card. I'm going to keep these red cards in my back pocket, but I don't think I am looking to be base red. Again, very much informed by what that wheel pack had in pack 1. Ooh, Virus Beetle. Okay, so nice little pickup. No, like, 0 red cards in the middle of the pack here. So, yeah, I think we are noting a notable shift in this draft. And we get to this pack with, it's like a Brute Suit, which is like a mildly playable card. I guess I just take the Thief here. There's also just a world we end up in blue-black somehow. Nothing great here. I don't really like Mothra Patrol in these decks when you're more like control-y or mid-rangey, so I guess I just take the Kami of Restless Shadows as the slightly better card. Okay, so there's a Shrine Steward here, number 2. It currently doesn't get anything, correct? No, it gets the Clawing Torment. That's not true. I could see playing 2 Shrine Stewards. I think there's a world. Ooh, okay. Going to the staple wheeling. That's something. Wow. Okay. Well, somebody took Satoru Umezawa over this card, which I like taking this card better. I think this card's a lot better, but we're happy with that. And maybe, who knows, maybe we do end up in blue-black. All right, take a Disruption Protocol. So let's take stock of what we have, right? And then there's another rogue wheeling. We've got some white cards, but nothing, I don't think white is actually very open. Here we are in pack 3, open at Sushi. I think we're not going to take that. We're going to take Circuit Mender as just an awesome card. As far as where we're taking this draft, it's kind of interesting, right? I think depending on where we end up or what we see in this pack, we could still be this deck. We could move into this deck. I do think blue was open from both sides, meaning I think there's a decent chance we see more blue cards. So we'll just you know, go with the flow. Nothing is guaranteed. We'll just kind of see what's happening. Wow. What? Okay. I am thrilled about this. This is a weird card to get past. Somebody took a common over this. Yeah, it wasn't a saga. I mean, sure, I'll take it. I guess maybe somebody doesn't know how good this card is. I've never had 2 Reckoner Bankbusters, but, you know, I'm happy with that. Ooh, okay. So, we did pick up a Behold, and now I think I'm maybe in the space of just being like blue-black, maybe even splash these oaths. How about that? Okay, cool. And now we're really happy we picked up that Terrarium, because that one actually really works well if we're going to splash. Okay, sweet. We're moving into a cool space here. All right, now we can take an Okiba Reckoner Raid. There's also some good white cards, a good ninja here, but I'll take the Reckoner Raid. I think it's the best card here. All right, now we end up in a pack with not much. I'm going to take this Prototype. I think our mana is going to be a little bit sketchy. Hopefully we pick up some fixing, but I just don't care about any of these cards. Like, I'm not going to play Crab. I would hope not to play Crab anyways. And if we do pick up, you know, maybe another Terrarium, a Network Terminal, to have a package of white cards is pretty good. Okay, so now we pick up a Intercessor's Arrest. That's actually pretty nice because now our Shrine Steward gets 2 things, the Clawing Torment and the Arrest. So let's take that. All right, don't mind picking up a Lethal Exploit here. I've actually come up on this card a little bit. I used to be like, yeah, this is kind of whatever. Don't love it, but especially in these decks where you have a really good late game and you just kind of want to stay alive early, I actually haven't minded this card at all. So I'm happy with the second copy here. Ooh, Network Terminal. Network Terminal is exactly what we want here. Yeah, it makes our mana better. Helps us kind of, loot in the late game, helps us ramp to the Oaths or the Behold. Yeah, I would love it if we saw another one of these. Like, I would give up all of my wheel cards in this coming pack to just, like, put another one in our pile. I don't think there was one in the first pack, but thrilled to pick this up here. All right, now we probably just take a Papercraft Decoy. Shoot up. Okay, that's a reasonable wheel. I'm not sad about that one. All right, and finishing out this pack here. So, this is kind of an interesting spot we're in. And we wheel... Ooh. I was going to say we wheel Tamiya's completion, but Samurai is as colorless fixing for why he's got to be the pick here. So, we're in this spot where we're basically, like, as close to mono black as we can be, splashing some blue cards, splashing some black cards, I think. Or some white cards, sorry. Alright, so we've got kind of a weird build here. We've got black cards as our base. We've got this Invoke Despair that we want to support, right? We've got some blue cards, some white cards here. So it's almost like mono black with a double splash. And we're going to kind of see if we can limit the number of blue and white cards that we actually include. We've got 2 pieces of colorless fixing, or I guess 3 if you count this. So we're not completely raw dogging these splashes. Let's see if we can build a reasonable functional mana base here. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is figure out what actual cards I'm playing out of these blue and white cards. So, I mean, the Silver River Master, we've got, what, 2 ninjas or something? Ninja 2, yeah, one of them is the Master. So, I mean, I could play this as a... Oh, actually, what, rogues? How many rogues do we have? None, okay. I could play this as just like a way to pick up our Life to Shear on our vehicles. That's actually not bad. But I think I'm going to put it in the sidelines for now. Thief is good for fixing. Suit Up is probably not at its best here. I could see it coming in. It does turn on the Bankbusters. We can block with these as a surprise. So I'm gonna put this here for now, but I'm not saying it can't come back in. These cards are gonna stay. Prototype is an interesting one. I think I might cut the Prototype just because it is a card that, it's one of those cards you want a lot of early creatures to be able to crew, and we don't have a lot of early creatures. So I think that I'm probably going to kill... It's also just like another non-black card, right? It just makes... Like, often when you're splashing, there's this temptation to be like, oh, just play... if you're splashing, you might as well splash all your good cards, right? But I think you really want to be kind of judicious about the cards you actually play. Only play the best of your best ones so that you're not stuck with an awkward mana situation early. I still want to have a decent mana base, right? That's still the goal. So I think I'm just gonna cut a blue-white card, right? The true double splash card here, and that is 23 spells. We've got a lot of mana sources in this deck. Like, we've got the Terrarium, we've got the Terminal, but I think that's okay because our top end's pretty good. Double Oath with Behold and stuff. So let's just see what this looks like here. All right, so it's something like this. So we've got 3 white cards, 4 if you want to count this, but this is mostly a fixing source. So for 3 white cards, we want, let's see, 3 planes plus a Terrarium plus a Terminal. That's 6 sources for these cards. It's probably good enough. And then for the double blue card, you kind of want like a minimum of 7 sources. So we've got like 4 islands, a Terrarium, a network terminal. So that's 6, and I think we can shove in another island and then probably add another swamp because that is our base color, and we do have the invoke. That's a pretty functional mana base. I'm going to do a little sweep here, see if there's anything I want in the board. I mean, I think the suit up is the one I'm most interested in, and maybe I cut the Ninja's Kunai. Yeah, I could get down with that, especially because we have 5, 6, 7 blue sources. I don't mind one more blue card. Yeah, turns on our Bankbusters and stuff. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. All right, let's see what we can do with this. All right, round 1 with our Esper Concoction. We've got a Bankbuster, we've got an early removal spell, we've got a Shrine Steward, so. And our opponent mulliganed. Can't ask for anything more. All right, ooh. Look, we can see if we can get an ambush going on here. A Virus Beetle. Huh, okay, so maybe that ambush not happening. We could just pitch the suit up. I kind of want my lands here. I want to cast this, and I want to cast the Shrine Steward. Yeah, let's just discard the suit up. I mean, I could be greedy to discard a land. Yeah, you know what? Suit up's the most situational card. All right, Bankbuster down. He's gonna be Blade Blesser. All right, so they do not have a Ninja, which is very good for us. So now we have a decision to make. We can either activate the Bankbuster and get that going, or we can just kill this this Blade Blesser. I think that's probably what I want to do here. Obviously, there's the risk of them picking up the Virus Beetle, but I don't care too much about that. And I think I'm going to do this before they untap. Not too much reason to wait, so. There's also some consideration to just casting Soul Transfer there, right? Because it's like, it's 3 mana, where next turn we can go activate Bankbuster and Lethal Exploit, but I think we can save this for a bigger thing. All right, we do have to kill this Octopus. Can't let that sit around. Draw cards. And play this Plains in case they have another discard spell. I'll discard the island. Actually, probably just discard the swamp still, but. Ooh, iteration. All right, that's it's a spicy one, and they bounce their Beetle. All right, all right. I see you, opponent. So let's just go Shrine Steward. We drew one of our auras, but luckily we are playing 2, so we can go get the Clawing Torment. All right, next. Yep. Oh, I didn't attack with the Bankbuster. My bad. I was so focused on the value that I didn't attack for 4. That's very unlike me. All right. We're just going to discard a land here, I think. Whoa. Okay. Are they doing what we did last draft? Do they have a Thundersteel Colossus here? That would be sweet. They do. Holy crap. Well, luckily for us, we have an arrest. So we're not getting gotten today. Let's draw a card here. Network Terminal's a pretty nice one. Arrest this. It does mean we don't have an answer to this this flyer, but that's okay. We'll find some way somehow. All right, can't cast 2s. You got me, opponent. And they're going to be beating down with a 5-power creature here, so yeah, we have to do some stuff here. Okay, can't cast this Virus Beetle. I can take my turn to cast this, but I don't think that's something I am looking to do. I could attack with this Shrine Steward. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Master Shrine Steward. They know I have the Clawing Torment in hand, so they're not going to block. And let's play the Sunblade. Yeah. Could have gotten an attack with Bankbuster, but then I couldn't Clawing Torment after blocks. Automaton. All right, that is not that big a threat. It does mean that I can't cast this Virus Beetle still, but it's not a huge deal. All right, so now what I could do is just Clawing Torment this thing, and they just take boatload of damage. Yeah, I think I'm pretty into that. Yes, please. I do have to pay 5 for that, which is pretty comical, but it's all good. It's all good. Double ward. Ward 2 here, ward 2 there. This also means that if they want to equip this here, the Patchwork will die if they don't have another artifact. Grave Lighter. All right, all right. It's not a bad one. Okay, so... Ooh, Imperial Oath. Can't cast that right now. That's okay. So we're at 10. We're not in that much danger of dying here. So we can just go Virus Beetle, Bankbuster. We force them to trade, and then our Bankbuster is probably the thing that dies, but then we just attack them for a lot of damage next turn. So I think... Oh, no, wait. What am I saying? I can't cast the Circuit Mender. All right, never mind. The only thing I can cast is this Virus Beetle. So do we want to attack here? That's an interesting question. If we attack, we allow them to trade off for the Grave Lighter. I think that's fine, yeah. So let's draw a card. Ooh, Invoke Despair. Can't cast that just yet, but it's okay. Let's get in. Yep. This this Living Breakthrough has actually been kind of a pain for us. If they have a 3-drop, we're in some trouble here. Because that means I can't cast this Circuit Mender. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we go cast Network Terminal. Cast Circuit Mender. Get some life here. We activate the Bankbuster. Crew 3. And they go to 2 life. And they have to have something here. I guess unequip the Arm Guard. Have a Ninja might be something. Like a large ninja. But they probably don't have the mana to do, like, unequip this and 5-ball me or whatever. Okay, we go to 2. Alright, and I think this Invoke Despair should do it. Guess they could have a counter spell here. Is there a way I can play around this at all? If we attack with the Bankbuster, they just chump. I guess I could attack with both and then just play the Reckoner Raid because this gets around Crab. Yeah, that's the smarter line here, isn't it? Because they're going to go to 1. I don't think there's anything. There's no, like, instant speed life gain in black. So I guess there's the rare, the March, the Black March, but I think they would have probably cast that on their turn. All right, play around Crab rather than play around the rare. And that does it. All right, cool. First round with our Esper Brew in the bag. Round 2. Decent hand. Acceleration. Cheap interaction. Let's do it. Turn 1, Iron Apprentice. Okay, interesting. So there's some merit to just killing this thing so that they can't ninja. Like, I think I'm actually going to do that because often when a black deck is playing Iron Apprentice, they're doing it as a ninja enabler. So we'll snap that off. So often, if you have the chance, it's best to just kill the enabler rather than wait for the payoff for ninjas. I know it's probably something that people are accustomed to by now, but I still see people, you know, waiting to see what the person actually ninjas in instead of just killing their network disruptor or whatever. All right. Oh, this is going well for us. Opponent's not doing anything. We're going to have a turn 5 Oath. We get an Intercessor's Arrest. Yeah, I like this. I wonder if we, like, truly screwed them over here. I wonder if it's like we're super planning to ninja something in. All right, that's fine. Ooh, Beetle, too. All right. Get in there, Shrine Steward. Cast our Oath. So good. Feels so good to cast an Oath. And we will cast... Oh, yep. It feels real bad when you're the opponent. I was gonna go into complex lines of what we wanted to scry into based on what we had, but no, opponent just said, no, don't worry about that. I got you, fam. All right, into round 3 here. With a reasonable hand. I mean, we've got the mana fixing to cast our stuff here. We'll be sad if we draw a blue card, but it's okay. Turn 1 rate is always pretty good. Alright, that Disruptor. Hate to see it. Ooh, we do draw a blue source though. Alright. We're probably just going to be cycling the Samurai here. Prosperous Thief. Yep. Alright, we're probably going to have to arrest this thing, or else they're just going to run away with the game. I guess I could just block, but I imagine they won't cast this. They might have another ninja and they cast this, but I don't want them to... Yeah, looks like that is what it is. I don't want them to be able to just snowball with this, so we'll see what we draw, but... This implies they have another ninja in hand. Ooh, that's a nice one. Okay, now I'm definitely just going to... Well, actually, it's kind of close now, because I was going to say I'm definitely just going to arrest the Thief, but it might just be better to arrest the Disruptor here. I think that's actually what I'm going to do, because that means that they can't get another ninja hit in, and... You know, everything I just said didn't make any sense. Here's what the actual line is. I'm supposed to do it here for sure, because this triggers off of any ninja anyways, so let's just put it on here. We can just block this. Yeah. You got a suit up? No suit up. All right, I like that. Gravelighter? Chain Flame. All right, I mean, that thing is going to bop us for a bit. Okay, so we go play a swamp and put the Bankbuster. Pass the turn. Hopefully we can draw another blue source. We do have, whatever, 7 in the deck. Takanuma. All right, this implies a landlight hand. So these are probably all spells, unfortunately, for us. Or they have like a 5 or 6 drop they really want to play. All right, they get in there. Yeah, still thinking they have an ninja in hand because they replayed this Disruptor instead of holding it for a blocker. Okay, they just hit us for 4. Ooh, Virus Beetle. Okay, so not so bad because we've got the Bankbuster going. Let's activate first. Ooh, we do draw that blue source. All right, that's good news. Discard the Swamp. And Papercraft. Okay, cool. Cool. So, let's jam that, and yeah. They have 2 ninjas here, maybe. Or no, they're going to just ninja back this, and this is the 2 damage. It's a little bit risky, actually, on their part. It's kind of interesting, right? Because the ninja back... Oh, I guess they're not playing it in the same turn. So it's always this weird dance when you have Virus Beetle and your opponent has Behold. Because, like, if they have 2 cards and their last card's an instant, yeah, you get kind of wrecked. All right, we're going to bin those lands. We draw a Thief and a Papercraft Decoy. Okay, so we have access to 6 mana this turn. We can Shrine Steward go and get a Clawing Torment. That's a reasonable play. We're going to get bopped for 5 here. But we Torment, kill this. The other line is we Papercraft Decoy and Prosperous Thief. Prosperous Thief can crew this. This blocks here. I think I like the other line better. Yeah, let's do this. Under a little bit of pressure here, for sure. Oath would be a fantastic draw if we can find one. Damage completion. All right. We're gonna crew this, and I will trade off this Chain Flail Centipede with Bankbuster. It's unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I can't go to 1 here. There, we block. Yep. We draw land. Okay, so we now have a large-ish blocker. We can play this and the Thief. Then the Vision gets small. I think that's probably fine, though. So we do this. Play the... Oh, this is awkward, though, right? Because what's going to happen is I want to play out the land. so that I can draw a card off this decoy, but if I do, they get to beetle and then kill this. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so we're going to do this for sure. The question is, do I want a new card, or do I want to keep around a smallish flyer? I actually think at this point in the game, a new card is more important. I don't have any other ninjas to buy this back. I also have, like... Yeah, there's not too many reasons to actually keep this smallish flyer. So yeah, they're going to get us, quote unquote, but... You know, I think it's more important to try to find an oath or something like that. Yep. Now, it's really bad if they have, you know, an interaction spell here to blow this double block. We're going to be pretty hard to come back from that, but... Alright, alright. We livin' still, we livin'. Auto pay. I'm great. Alright. Oath. Not an oath. Alright, there you go, opponent. We have one turn here. No turns, maybe? If they ninja this back, we're probably just dead. Probably have, you know, it's likely they have a 3-power ninja. Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, okay. They're going to bounce their Network Disruptor, I assume? Yeah, that's pretty good. So now they are protecting themselves against Oath, too. Yeah, that's a really good play. So I don't think we have a play here, or a card we can draw. Being at 1. Yeah, it's just not enough. Oh, they didn't actually play that, but they said would, you know, kill this with the Oath. All right, that's a good draw, but not quite good enough. All right, fair enough. Yeah, solid hand, all our colors, all artifacts. Moth Rider Patrol. All right, that was fine. Okay, companion. We could either play the Decoy Terrarium here. Decoy is not trading off, and... it's kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of interesting, kind of close here. Let's play the Decoy, I think. It might be a turn. If we don't draw another land, like, I'm going to want to have land 5 and land 6 back-to-back. Yeah, I actually think I'm just going to do this. There's an okay chance we just don't draw a land in the next few turns, and I definitely will want to cast this, and we'll go get a... we could either get an island or a black source for the double, for the quad black. Because we have Behold, and we've got quad black, too. I guess the Imperial Oath is likely to find us more blue if we need it, and we only need 1 blue, or we need, you know, 2 more black. So it's a close call, because we also just have a lot more black sources in the deck, but... Ooh, prototype. All right, yeah, that's a good one. We're not going to be able to profitably block that one next turn. Okay, Virus Beetle. Not a bad one, not a bad one. Let's go Circuit Mender. They're going to get in, hit with this, and hit with this. Gain 2 life's pretty nice here, though. Oh, well, I assumed they were going to get him with Moth Rider Patrol, but it seems they don't have another creature to crew this, so... I guess that's lucky for us. Huh, wonder what that means. That means they want a creature to block this to make sure we don't ninja, and they don't want to chump with the pilot. Or it means they just don't have another creature in hand? They did. Okay. Don't know what to tell you. I guess they maybe went to attacks too quickly. Is that what that might mean? Alright, let's go... Papercraft Decoy. And Beetle. Might have a crab or something here. Okay. So we could attack with the Circuit Mender. Oh, and then we don't get to block the prototype. So yeah, let's not do that. I think it's a good idea to not do that. These flyers are a slight problem for our deck. Like, we've got a bunch of -1 effects, like the Clawing Torment and the Life to Shiro, but they're going to peck away at us. Or go for Crude. They tapped their Spirit Companion when they didn't have to. Ooh, red. Huh. Fascinating. All right, let's see what that's all about. Could be a removal spell here. Blow out a double block. I think that's maybe what this implies. Just attacking into our prototype and our mender. Like, this isn't a great attack for them. We're getting our card back from the mender, so probably means something. If they want to use an interaction spell here, that's okay. We can always double block next turn with the Beetle and the Shrine Steward. Moonsnare specials. All right, so they're going to bounce. I suppose it doesn't matter that much. All right, yep, fair enough. Although, they probably don't want me to gain more life, so it would make sense if they bounce this one. Ooh, Lethal Exploit's not too bad. All right, that gets rid of a cheap flyer. We are just going to play the Shrine Steward, though. Does that change? Does that change what we do? Probably not. Well, they've got the Moth Rider going now, and that means that we don't actually have very good blocks, right? So I might actually just want to go Papercraft and then kill one of these flyers. They get another one of these, but Oath is going to stabilize the ground next turn. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do, actually. It's not pretty because they take another hit, or we get another they get another hit with this prototype. But I think the thing is, if we don't do that, this Moth Rider just, ruins all of our plans of blocking this turn. Oh, they have like a Voltage Surge? Is that what this is? Oh, no. The stop is just they could be crewing this if they wanted to. That's all. Right. The crew. We have to take it. I guess we could jump. That's a reasonable thing to do here. Saves 3 life. See if they attack with anything else. Intercessor's Rest. Alright, that's deal. Don't mind that so much. Alright, so they get in. They're going to make another token. So if we don't jump, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go down to 6, and then we'll have 3 blockers next turn. Jumping means we only take 5. We go down to 8. And then we have 3 blockers versus their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. That's a tough call. That's a tough call. Is the 2 life going to matter? Probably with the Network Disruptor. Yeah, I think a chump is a little better here. Because we can still just double block this next turn and block something else. Ooh, Invoke Despair. Okay, can't cast that currently. And it actually wouldn't even be that good currently, but for a later turn, perhaps. Bottoming all of this. We don't really want any of this. I mean, this helps cast Invoke Despair. That gets rid of, like, 2 things and we draw a card. So, yeah, not going to be worth it. Yeah, backs against the wall here. I think if they have anything, we're probably just going to lose. But if we get to, like, double block this and then block one of these, we're going to take 6, 7, 8, and then maybe can stabilize with Shrine Steward and Samurai. Gonna be a close one, though. All right, they're crewing up very excitedly, so I imagine they probably have something here. They didn't even have to think about it. They're attacking with everything. Okay. So I think we still just have to double block. Yep, do this, and if we do this, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go to 3. Then we can, like, cycle, play Shrine Steward. Then we'll have a blocker. We'll have 2 blockers. And we'll be at 5. Versus their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. That's, like, not very good, is it? Do we have to trade off here for the 2-2? I think we do. It's close because we could just do that next turn. Yeah, I think this is right, because if we're being optimistic and they don't have anything, this is still okay for next turn. Obviously, we have to be optimistic here. We can't really play around anything at all. Suit up. Yeah, that probably does it for us. Lethal Exploit. That wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I think it's a little bit late, though. Because we can cycle this and then play this. And yeah, we're just going to have 2 blockers. All right. Close one. Very close to stabilizing there. All right, here we go. Next round. And yeah, keepable hand. Obviously, we're pretty far away from casting this, but we've got 2 2s. One of them cycles us into some more action. All right, the dreaded Disruptor, once again. Maybe we can draw our Torment to kill it. Nope, not quite. Oh, man, they have the sick Disruptor and Hacker start. Yeah, that's not so great for us. We do have the Virus Beetle, which means, you know, this kind of forces them to cast this next turn. Although they might just cast this turn. Let's see. Yep, they do. So, again, that probably implies they have, like, another Ninja. All right, we play our Virus Beetle. Let me pitch an island. All right. We'll go Shintai. All right. Don't hate seeing that so much. We play Green Source. Okay, cool. Do you mill me though, opponent? Just feeling our Soul Transfer. Ooh, that's kind of sick. All right. Guardians of Oro. Okay, that's not what I thought I'd see. The ninja start. All right, Mills and Oath. Ooh, okay. So next turn, we will get to Soul Transfer. Or sorry, we will get to Invoke Despair. Do we want to cast this Soul Transfer is the question. Like, we don't have a ton of enchantments in our deck. Well, we've got about, I don't know, 5, 6. And so we could wait on this for value, but this thing's pecking us in. Next turn when we invoke, they have the option to sack this or this. So we could also just, like, kill one of these things so that they have to sack the other enchantment. They're going to sack the Guardian, right? I think that's kind of a given. What do we care about, though? I think we can probably just wait, honestly, and soul transfer something more important later. Like, if they sack these 2 things and they leave these 2 or something, it's not a huge deal. Or they keep this and this. Harmonious Emergence. All right. Well, that is one that I might actually just soul transfer, and I think I will do that. The College Astrarium's a nice draw, too. So let's just... Yeah. Exile this land. Also, kind of does punish them. Usually you don't get 2 punished for emergencing, because, you know, like, you kill it, it turns back into a land, but there aren't a ton of exile removal spells in this set. That is one of the things that does punish that card, though. Weaver. All right. It's a little combo with the Go Shintai, I guess. Okay, so would we like to Oath or would we like to Invoke Despair? Invoke Despair means they're probably going to sack this. They'll be left with Weaver, this. Huh. That's, like, sort of close. And we draw a new card. But these aren't, like, doing that much right now. So let's just Oath. Scry into some relevant stuff here. Ooh. That's relevant stuff if I've ever seen it. All right, so we're going to go Lethal Exploit. Huh. Lethal Exploit and Bankbuster. Is there a rhyme or reason for why would we want to do one over the other first? I think I keep the Exploit on top because I think we do want to kill the Weaver here. So yeah, let's just do that, and we can cast the Searchlight Companion too. This might get milled by the Go Shintai. It's annoying, but not that bad if it does. That does mean that they're not spending mana to do anything else that turn. Or if, you know, they spend 1 or 2 mana to do something else. So, if that's all they have to do, they got us. You know. Alright, Hacker's pretty annoying there. Hits us for a decent amount. They draw a card. All right, I take it back. I was pretty annoyed that they got to do this and now also get to mill us. Yep. I wonder if they copy this. Oh, they don't mill us at all. That's odd. That means they have something here? Okay. So let's just cast this. Yeah, let's cast this because I do think we want to lethal exploit as well this turn. I have nothing. I am very confused now. All right, let's pass. They all of a sudden decided they didn't want to mill us. Modern Age. All right. I guess we kill the Weaver in response to that. All right, they're in for one, and I think I just take this trade. All right. Weird. Weird. Now do they mill us? Now they mill us. All right. Goodbye, Bankbuster. We had hopes and dreams for you, but you were not to be. Okay, so now we just invoke and see what we draw. I mean, we could Sunblade first, and this is actually kind of relevant because I don't have very good attacks right now, and so I don't really want to play this. And 2 life is something. So is having additional land. So I actually think I'm going to cycle this thing. We got a Plains. Yep, and then cast the invoke. See what they do. If they have the Guardian here, I'm actually kind of happy. Yeah, they actually just can't, right? Ooh, Bankbuster number 2. It's kind of nice. So we could jam all here. They get to eat something. They go like block, block, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably not worth it, I would say. Let's chill on that. Maybe if they're at a lower life total, something we do, but very strange deck we've seen from the opponent. Like blue, green, I don't know, maybe they're building around Weaver. That's what the idea is here. All right, working right down. Nice. Okay, so let's Castiel Behold. And we could consider an attack now. I mean, if they eat this or eat this, it's not that big of a deal. They block there. I can pay. Although, I probably want to play the Bankbuster this turn. So I'm going to attack here, I do think. Cyber Trespassers. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, now it's not worth doing that. All right. Sure. Yeah, we're kind of cruising now. Okay, like, yeah, that's something. Something we have to worry about at this point. 2 flyers. We're going to have a flyer of our own next turn. Yep. Card. We're going to draw actual millions of cards here. Okay, so Shrine Steward can go get the Arrest, right? Intercessor's Arrest. I think that is something I am interested in. Yeah. Let's do that. I suppose that this Go Shintai is actually a problem here, now that I've drawn said millions of cards. I do actually need to worry about ending the game here. I can't really attack with this just yet. Actually, I can do it next turn when I have this Lethal Exploit, but I don't think I have an actual answer to this Go Shintai. I mean, I could like Clawing Torment plus Lethal Exploit, plus Lace of Chishiro. All right, Disruptor's fine. I think we should be able to win the game in 4 combats, though. And plus, I think they're going to be kind of incentivized to block with Go Shintai because we're going so wide. So we can maybe finish it off with the Lethal Exploit anyways. Discard Spinning Wheel Kick. So this card in hand is better than kill 3 things next turn. Scary. Scary. Or it's not. I don't know. Ooh, they're going on the offense. I like that for us. Okay, cool. That's good for us. Yeah, we get in a decent attack here. And again, probably going to be able to kill this Go Shintai, I imagine. Okay. Draw a land. So we go Terrarium on... If we go Terrarium on the Steward, they go trade here, but that means that's not eating something, so I'm in for that. Yep. And Bashal, get in there. Get in there, friends. Oh, I could have attacked with Bankbuster. My bad. I guess it wouldn't matter that much because it's very similar, but so used to just tapping this card for value that I forget when it can actually attack. All right, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Kind of interesting. I actually just realized this can be a -3 with the Bankbuster because it has counters on it. So if I needed to. All right, I'll do that. And we're in pretty good shape. Like, the thing is, I could have attacked with the Bankbuster here with this thing, and maybe that's just worth it, but there's also a argument for being conservative on blocks. I think it was wrong to do that, though. I think I should have crewed the Bankbuster and just attacked the division. I don't care if they attack me back for, for 4 here. All right, and that should be the game. I don't know if they're coming back. Okay, they're definitely not coming back from that. So we just do this. And we crew. Yep, crew with you, crew with you. Is it just better to attack all? Let's see. Are they just dead? I think they're just dead either way, right? Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. No more brain power required. They're just dead. Yeah, very strange deck. Not sure what to make of it, but... All right, and that does it. See you in the next. Okay, opening hand is a sweet one. Yeah, just a collection of most of our awesome cards. Bankbuster and Circuit Mender. Behold at some point here. Opponent mulls. Do with me, everybody, in the comments. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. All right. They didn't go to 5. You didn't chant hard enough, people in the comments. All right, we get to play our Bankbuster. We also have our white source, if that matters too. Okay. Okay, well, this might be a quick one. We're going to... We've hit our land, so, I mean, we could just slam the Behold for max despair induction into the opponent's heart. Like, we can, like, play this so that we make sure that happens next turn. You can also just cast this and attack. I think we gotta go for the max despair line, so let's just draw a card here. Yep. Alright, cool. Get in. Now we don't have to actually cycle, we just have the land anyways. Network terminal. Alright. So now it's actually probably better just to play the Sunblade and attack for 4. All right, well, that was enough. We've had some non-games here, unfortunately, but we take them, roll with the punches. All right, and yeah, an okay opening hand. Got some good interaction. Oh, wait, we do not have a black source. Yikes, so black is our most common color in this deck, and we do have a third land for the Prosperous Thief, so I think I'm going to keep it. It is a close one, though, for sure. Keep a Reckoner Rage. Alright. White source, alright. Well, it does mean that we don't have to cycle this Sunblade Samurai away if we don't want to. Red, black, fire speed. Okay, so we're probably going to discard this suit up. Could be the Clawing Torment, but I think that's going to have enough applications here. Just killing a 1 toughness creature. Alright, try another white source. Only call to Anvil. Okay, so that is terrifying, to say the least. Because now they're going to get the Drain Train going. I guess at some point here... All right, there's the black source. Little too late, but... I was going to say, at some point here, we could... even now, right? We can Clawing Torment this thing, and then they need another artifact to get this going. But I think it's just better to play this Road Captain. Or, sorry, the Prosperous Thief. Next turn, if they let this through, we can play the Sunblade Samurai. It's a pretty good blocker. All right. They really didn't want us to have that, eh? All right, fair enough. I respect it. Oh, and they didn't sacrifice. Okay, that's actually really good for us, because now what I do actually want to make that play now. So I'm going to go lethal exploit this. And then I will do this. I'm surprised they didn't sacrifice on their turn to get that, again, that drain train going. They don't have a 4th land, so these are all spells, unfortunately, to our one kind of medium spell. But hopefully their spells are not that good, or they've got a lot of expensive stuff in hand. All right, Ogre is annoying because that forces us to trade here. Ooh, arrest. Okay, okay. So this is interesting because I think I'm actually going to arrest this thing. Obviously, the problem is they get to sacrifice, but if I just play the samurai, then I'm forced to trade here, and that's not good for me. I could also play the samurai, and it uses more mana this turn. But I think I need to arrest now not to take damage. Like, we're at 13. 13 with the anvil in play is not terrible, but it's not great either. So we're just going to do this. Hopefully we draw, like, our oaths or one of our things that really stabilizes us here. All right, they hit their 4th land. Sniper. Naked sniper. Ooh, invoke despair. All right, well, currently it's invoking despair in us because we can't cast it. I'm going to hold this land, play around another beetle. If they have a removal spell here, we really need to rip the oath to do anything. High-speed hover bike. All right, not great for us. Yeah, I think this game is looking kind of over. Yep, dispatches for 5. They drain with the anvil. That's not bad, though. Okay. Again, they missed the anvil drain, so they're affording us a few points here. So that's nice because they're going to most likely crew the bike. And we can just go, like, trade exploit. Yep. They might even put the eater on, but probably not. All right. This is okay. We'll just block. Oh, I suppose it was better. Yeah, I suppose it was better to do this pre-blocks because of that. I was thinking if they go for a ninja, it's going to be a small ninja most likely. Because... I mean, because anything else I could just kill. But it was better to do this anyways, because picking this up is kind of a disaster for us. Alright. And that probably just does it, because they just kill us and untap here. So, yeah. Little too much. Alright, so that is the end of our games here. Kind of a cool deck, little Esper Brew. And, yeah, let's do a little debrief. But yeah, I think the deck was sweet. It ended up, the mana situation did hurt us once in a while because we had that quad black card, couldn't cast the lethal exploit in the Clawing Torment exactly when we wanted to, which, certainly did matter. But at the same time, I think it wasn't too far out of the realm of reasonable, right? Like, we have enough colored sources to cast our spells. By the math, the math is in our favor, is what it comes down to. So it just, things slightly didn't break our way in a few games, and that's the beats. Anyways, if you like this, as always, leave a comment, leave a subscription. Leave a subscription? That's not what you do. Subscribe. That's what you do. Leave a comment, subscribe, give it a like, all that. All the links to all my stuff are in the description. The Patreon, the Limited Level Ups Discord, the stream, if you want to check that out, check my stuff out live. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.